Good morning, everyone. Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday. And I hope everyone is well on this beautiful Saturday morning. I want to share with you how to think about people, how to think about people. Treat others the same way you want them to treat you. Luke 6:31. Excuse me. Luke 6:31. Treat people the same way you want them to treat you. How we think about people when we're not with them determines how we will treat them when we are. So if you're spending your time thinking about people and you're thinking bad thoughts, you're thinking unwholesome thoughts, you're thinking unholy thoughts, unrighteous thoughts, you're thinking violent thoughts against people, then when you get with them, you are going to treat them that way. When you see them, you're going to treat them that way. When you get on social media and you see them, you're going to treat them that way. And you will even sometime even be more, uh, you know, in, uh, encouraged to do it when you feel like you have support of other people pushing you to do it. But if you really want to please God concerning how you make people feel, then you should really ask God to help you with those unwholesome and unholy thoughts. And it can be something like this. I really want to please God concerning how I make people feel. And I am sure you feel the same way. So if we think about that and say, you know what, I really want to treat people right. I want to think on good things, not bad things, not unholy things, not violent things, not evil things. I want to think on good things. And God can help you with that. You see, our thoughts play a vital role in being able to do that. And they greatly affect our relationships with people. So if we're thinking on good things with people, imagine having a great encounter with someone. Imagine being treated just as great or even better by someone because you treated them well, you treated them good, and you had great thoughts. You had a good attitude when you saw them, when you woke up and you saw them, or when you got on the phone with them, or when you met them at the lunch counter or the table, or even at work. If you think on good things, then your encounters with other people will be better. They will be better because you know what? You're thinking on those things, and by thinking on good things, it's hard to allow others to ruin our day because people will set out, some people, to just ruin somebody's day. But if you think on good things and you know that you're covered by God, then no weapon formed against you shall prosper. And you know, there is a great benefit to being positive and on purpose thinking about others. There is a great benefit in being positive and thinking good things about other people. We don't have to try to think about things we don't like. You know what I mean? It's no need for that. It's wasted energy. And all it does is cause internal issues for you because then now you got this burdensome, negative energy around you, and you're looking perplexed, and you don't have that light shining. But if you think on good things, your light can shine, and it will remove the burdens off of your mind and your heart, where you can have peace and you can live in harmony instead of having a unpeaceful attitude, or unpeaceful life. So we don't have to think about things we don't like. See, those thoughts come to mind uninvited. But we can ask God to remove those things and focus on God. We can give them no interest by choosing to focus on the good. When they show up, we can just cancel them out. And no, we're not thinking like that. We're thinking on good things. And when you have your time with God, spend time, spend time, spend some of that time thinking about the people you will be with that day. Think about that. Or even who you're going to encounter or you're going to see. Because a lot of people spend time on social media. So if you don't like someone or you don't like their ways, you know what? Pray for them and ask God to remove those thoughts so you don't focus on people you don't like. See, it never really made sense to me. Why would you sit around focusing on people you really don't like? And there are some people that sit around and they focus on people they don't like with negative energy. And when they see them on social media, they just are on the attack mode. They immediately get angry and start attacking and thinking they have these thoughts. And you know they've been thinking these thoughts for some time. You know they're premeditated thoughts because it's impossible to just automatically just go off on folks and call them all out their names if you haven't been thinking bad things about them already. So why do it? Spend your time thinking on beautiful things, making beautiful thoughts. And when you do that, you will become a better person and you will want to be able to let your light shine so that other people can treat you good. Because don't you know that if you treat people bad, there's always going to be somebody or others that's going to treat you like you've treated them or even worse. And there are people out there, believe me, that can treat you worse than you're treating them. And that's interesting because a lot of times that people that, treat others bad, and when someone comes back to give them a dose of their own medicine, they are the victim. They are complaining and they're upset by it. But why be upset? Why? When you can be the better person or the bigger person and take the high road and consult God and think on those good things and not participate in those things that do not glorify God, that do not please God. And in the end, or in the midst of that, in the midst of that, don't you want to feel pleasant in your own life? How can you feel pleasant if you're constantly thinking mean thoughts, premeditated, ugly thoughts, and raising hell all day long and every day? You can't. You can't please yourself. You certainly are not pleasing God. If you're not pleasing yourself and you're just walking around in misery and you want everyone else to be miserable with you. And that is not a way to live. So we have got to be able to think on good things about others, whether we like them or not. Don't even think about them. Think about God. And when you start thinking about the goodness of the Lord, then you will not even be concerned about those negative thoughts about someone else. But again, why think negative about someone else you don't even like? Why spend time doing it? It's a waste of your energy. You could be spending time striving for success in your own life. You could be spending time working on you, getting yourself together. You could be spending time doing things that will help others, that will glorify Christ. That's what you should be doing, not sitting up here premeditating on how you're going to be the most evil, the most hateful, the most angry, and the most violent person towards other people. It's not going to profit you anything to be that way. So instead of pondering over all their faults, hear what I'm saying, and things you don't like about them, purposely think of the good things. Isn't that interesting how others can ponder over all somebody else's faults? Talk about them, put them down, can't see the good in them. And the whole time, they don't realize that imaginary finger is pointing back at them. You know why? Because everything that they're probably picking out of somebody else and picking them apart, they have just as many faults like that or even more. And some faults that are out that they have that we might not have seen. There are some unseen faults in those same people that are picking someone else apart and talking about all the things they don't like about that person. But yet and still, they have so many faults of their own. And 9 times out of 10, they see the same faults in themselves, but they want to put up a smokescreen and take the faults off of them to make themselves look better and feel better and to make others look and feel bad. But don't you know that you cannot approve what God has already disapproved? And you can't do it. You can't approve what he's disapproved. And you can't disapprove what he has approved. Because there's a lot of people trying to do that. And you can't do it. Because God still sits on the throne. And nobody can beat God. God is who he is. And you can see it every day playing out. Karma's coming to people because they haven't listened and they haven't learned. And God already told you. And when you're coming after people that pray, there's some prayer warriors that are praying. And you keep coming after them. And God keep giving them the victory. God keeps showing up in those people's lives. Don't you want God to show up in your own life? Don't you want God to do a new thing in your own life? So why keep picking, and trying to bring out other people's faults? You know why? Because God will show you your own faults. And if you want to live a wholesome, happy life, consult God. Pursue righteous and holy things. Think on good things. Have good thoughts. Don't spend wasted energy thinking on bad things. Because you know what? When you think on good things and you pursue and strive to be more like Christ and have a better relationship with him, it will help you to treat them the way you want to be treated. Because nobody wants to be mistreated. So if you don't want to be mistreated, why mistreat others? If you don't want people talking bad about you, don't talk bad about them. If you don't want people lying on you, then don't lie on them. And if you don't want people exposing your lies, then stop lying. That's the key right there. If you don't want people exposing your lies, then stop lying. Because there are people that have receipts. There are people that are going to expose your lies, especially when you're lying on them. They're going to come back and debunk your lies, and they're going to expose your lies. And see, God, I told you, nobody's bigger than God. The walls of Jericho are tumbling down, and God will expose folks' lies, and he'll use others to do it. And today's thought is, people don't always remember you of what you say, but they will remember how you treat them. That is so true. They may not remember your name, but they certainly will remember how you treated them. They may not even remember exactly what you said, but they know how you treated them, and they will remember that. And if you want to dig deeper into God's word, study Romans 12:3 and Galatians 5:22 through 23. Practice the fruit of the Spirit. Practice the fruit of the Spirit. And remember, treat people the way you want to be treated. Because if you treat people bad, you're sending a message that you want to be treated bad. If you lie on folks, you're sending a message that either they're going to lie on you back or they're going to debunk your lies and expose you for who you are. So treat people the way that you want to be treated. God bless you all on today. Peace.